And so, one of the things that I am cautiously optimistic about is how these groups will begin to work within themselves to address racial equity issues. And a lot of these are, long-term, unseen. It's not something someone is facing day to day. A person who lives among a bunch of smog isn't every day walking out and necessarily, even realizing like, I'm inhaling all the smog.
Right.
It's likely like, I got bills to pay. I'm late for work.
Mm-hmm.
My car,
Where
car
is
isn't
it?
working.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yep.
And, so having folks who will look at these long-term sort of unseen issues that are going on in the state, but also in the county, is, I think, going to be a really important turning point for Prince George's going forth, and really help to sustain, the beauty, water. We all know now, unfortunately, thanks to Flint, that, water, we can't take water for granted.
No, turns out.
And so, looking now and evaluating our own watershed, green space issues, is going to be very important for us as a county to look at.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I am, as we're kind of coming to the close of the show, like I think you're going to be very instrumental in the council. I have very good feelings about what we've talked about, what you bring to the table, and your personal story that I know for a fact that constituents are going to flock to that. So I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're doing. This is the first time you're running for office, isn't it?
It is, yes.
We didn't even talk about that. This is like the first time you're running for office. Did you think, maybe I should do something a little smaller? Like maybe, I don't know what's smaller necessarily, but did you have those kinds of fears, or how are you processing your feelings, period, as you are taking on this new opportunity, this new endeavor?
I think that I don't know if I would say that I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of reservations, and I was very cautious and thought for a long time about doing this. This running for this position was not my idea. It is something that a friend brought to me, and said, I have experience with the county council. I know how they operate. Your seat is going to be open. I know who you are and your story. I know the work that you do. And this really just feels like the perfect fit. And I think you should do it. And I said, okay, let's talk about that more. And the processing of the fear and everything happened, I think, in the first few months, where I talked with him and very few people about it, and really tried to find every single reason why I could not run. And, trying to basically convince myself that this wasn't possible. And doing the research of the fundraising and the time commitment.
Oh my God.
The precinct data and the voting patterns and could I assemble a team and all these things, and could I actually door knock? And that fear really, I think, kind of ended when I went to Georgia. I went to Georgia on January 1st. I drove down by myself to canvass for Warnock and Ossoff. I've never canvassed. I've never knocked on doors before.
Really?
I didn't know anyone in Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Like, hi, I'm a stranger.
Yeah. I found an area that I knew was a battleground area. It was just out, north of Atlanta, northwest of Atlanta. And got a hotel, looked online to see what groups were door knocking, signed up and showed up. And
nice.
For 4 days, door knocked in some areas that felt fine, some areas that I'm like, oh, there's like a Confederate flag hanging off this house that I'm supposed to knock. Okay.
And you're over there looking like Miguel.
Yeah.
Like, who is this person? Because they don't know who Miguel is.
Exactly. So that helped to process and alleviate a lot of the fear. I think a lot of people fear, things about their personal story coming out, and and I think for me that has really been a strength, being able to talk about those things and share that I've been assaulted, share that I've been homeless, share that I've dealt with depression and still fight it and curb it. It's still an issue, and I've been arrested, I've been in jail.
Raymond.
So like all of these things that a person would typically fear discussing are things that I welcome the discussion, because I know that there are so many others just like me. And it's I'm not trying to be a politician. I'm an advocate. I just want to be an advocate who has the ability to make some decisions.
I like that. I like the way you put that together. So Raymond, where can people donate? Where can they sign up if they are local and they want to, door knock or phone bank or any of those things? How can people find you?
So they can go to raymondnevo.com, and you will find a space to donate. There will also be a section to sign up for upcoming door knocking, phone banking events. We have some fundraisers as well. Also follow me on social media, which is at Raymond_Nevo for Instagram, and Raymond Nevo for Facebook. I think if you Google me, if you don't remember any of those things and you just Google my name, Raymond Nevo, you will find all the things that I want you to see, and then all the other things. So folks can do that. I invite them to. I don't know who my opponents are going to be in the end, but
who cares?
But I feel like
lambs for the slaughter. Okay, sorry. I'm in that kind of mood. I'm sorry. I will continue to invite people to Google me. I'm the only Raymond Nevo in the country, so I am truly unique. Yes, I like this. I like all of this, and we don't care who those other people are. God bless you, but we've come to take over. So you guys, God bless you. Anyway, I'm very competitive, and I like success. And I was with my family, and we were just drinking, and I was in that Viking mood of like,
yes,
a family. So that's where my mind is. But Raymond, before this goes too left, thank you so much for taking the time to do this podcast today. And I know that you were door knocking yesterday, and you're here to do this again. So it is much, much appreciated. So thank you. And everyone, we will see you again at the crossroads.
Thank you. This was wonderful.